Sam Heughan shocks. I never had feelings for Caitriona Balfe. The Los Angeles night was ablaze with city lights like fallen stars. The sea breeze carried a salty scent and the distant sound of waves lapping at the foot of the hill, where magnificent mansions stood still in a pale yellow light. Sam Heughan stood by the window of his luxury apartment, looking out into the distance. He wore a long-sleeved white shirt and black jeans, his sea-blue eyes reflecting the car headlights and neon signs. Tonight, he had an appointment with Heughan Aminoshare, a colleague he had come to appreciate since the previous magazine meeting. Heughan was about an hour late. When he entered the large living room, the soft glow of the table lamps and floor lamps cast a warm glow. A small table held several bottles of red wine and glasses. Heughan smiled, greeting Sam with a warm hug. "Sorry I'm late," Heughan said, his voice soft but eager. "Traffic is terrible tonight." Sam turned around, placing his hand on Heughan's shoulder. "It's okay, I just finished yoga, I want to calm down." He smiled, a smile that lit up the room. Heughan looked around, taking in every detail, pictures of Scottish landscapes, a few prints of the Outlander set where Sam and Caitriona had acted together. A photo album was open on the coffee table, with pictures of them backstage together, smiles, gentle eyes. "Look at these," Heughan said, picking up the album, pointing at the photo of Sam and Caitriona, their eyes intimate. "Really? What do you think about the relationship between you and Caitriona? Fans always want to know if in real life, between you two, is there more than just friendship?" Sam took a deep breath, looked at the photo. It was of them smiling, Caitriona tilting her head towards Sam, her eyes sparkling, Sam smiling broadly. They looked like they were close friends, maybe lovers. From the outside, Sam closed the album, put it down on the table. "Heughan," he began, his voice lower and more serious than usual, "do you know that many people believe that Caitriona and I were, or are, more than friends?" Heughan nodded. "Yes. The press, the fan page, they say a lot." Sam walked to the window, his hands on the frame. "I want to make one thing clear, something that will probably shock many people. I never had romantic feelings for Caitriona Balfe." Shocking moment. The room fell silent. Heughan closed his eyes for a few seconds, as if he couldn't believe his ears. "How can you say that?" Heughan asked, his voice trembling slightly. "Why deny it? The looks, the moments, the fans believe that there was something special between you two." Sam turned back, his gaze firm. "I understand why they think that. We work together, we share a lot of scenes, we share a lot of life behind the camera. We are good friends. I admire Caitriona, her acting ability, her kindness, her professionalism. But not love." Heughan sat down on the sofa, his face a mixture of confusion and curiosity. "But you never felt a flutter? A feeling of wanting to be closer than friends?" Sam shook his head. "I cherish her more than many others, but never love. I don't want to lie. I always want to be honest, with my fans, with myself, with my friends." Heughan was silent for a moment, looking into the glass of wine before him. "Are you afraid that saying this will hurt her? Or disappoint the people who have placed their hopes in a romantic relationship between you two?" Sam bowed his head, his eyes seeming to droop. "Of course. I was always afraid of creating false expectations. I didn't want anyone to misunderstand us. If I kept quiet, people would still think wrong, so I thought I should speak." Memories and feelings. Heughan finally spoke. "Do you remember the first time you met Caitriona?" Sam closed his eyes, remembering. "It was when we were filming the first episodes of Outlander, in Scotland. The scene where I had to hold her under the fog lights, she was wearing a cape, her hair was slightly tousled by the wind. When the lights came on, everything seemed to stand still. I looked into her eyes, and I saw the professionalism mixed with a little shyness, and I felt like I wanted to make the role more basic, more real. I wanted to make her feel safe, respected in every scene. Sam smiled slightly. But that feeling, the desire to express the role better, the bond between two actors, that wasn't love. It was career, trust, friendship. Heughan nodded, his eyes widening. So you think people misunderstood because the role was so good? Sam chuckled. Maybe. When an actor has a good feeling, the audience believes it's real, and in some moments, maybe I get caught up in that feeling too. But I always know the boundaries. Internal reaction. After saying that, Sam was silent for a moment, as if to lift a weight from his heart. The city lights outside the window cast rays of light through the glass, onto the sofa where Heughan sat. I was afraid, Sam continued, his voice softer, that if I spoke, people would think I was insensitive. That I didn't appreciate what I had with her, that I wasn't sincere. I didn't want to be misunderstood. Heughan looked up at Sam. I understand, but what do you think Caitriona would think if she heard this from me, from someone else, first? Sam sighed. I hope she understands. She is someone I cherish in my life, not just as a colleague. I hope she knows that we have always had a special, deep admiration between us, just not in the way people expect. Discussing expectations and the public, Heughan put down his wine. The public wants idols, couples, romantic stories. Public performances involve a lot of intimate scenes. Fans want to believe there is something going on behind the camera. Do you think that is stressful? Sam nodded. It is stressful. There are times when I wake up thinking, what did they think of me yesterday? Did I do something to make them misunderstand? I had to learn to accept that I can't control what other people think. I can only control my actions and words, Heughan said softly. So what are you going to do about this rumor from now on? Sam laughed, smiling a little bitterly. I will continue to do my job as best I can. When the opportunity arises, I will clarify, like tonight. If fans ask, if people around me ask. I will not deny that there was closeness, there were intimate moments, because they were, but I will clarify that it was friendly, professional, not romantic. Heughan smiled softly, his face relieved. Thank you for sharing. I know it's not an easy thing to say. Imagined fan and media reactions. In Sam's imagination, Heughan, the friend, could foresee the reaction to this announcement. Titillating headlines. Sam Heughan denies ever having loved Caitriona Balfe. Insider makes it clear, there was never love. Fans disappointed or liberated. I'm not doing this to shock, Sam says, but to pave the way for the truth, so that if anyone tells me otherwise, they're not saying what they hear, but what they think they know. I want my truth to be known. Heughan put his hand on Sam's arm. Does Caitriona know about this? Sam shook his head. No, I haven't told her directly. I'm afraid that if I tell her, she'll feel cheated, like she thinks I have feelings for her that she doesn't. Then she'll be upset. Friendship beyond prejudice. Heughan said softly, do you think your friendship would be affected if she knew? Sam thought, I hope not. I hope we stay the same, still sharing work, sharing laughter, sharing small celebrations behind the scenes. I love her. I hope we can maintain professionalism and mutual respect. Heughan nodded, the desk lamp illuminating his pink skin. And if one day you feel more, what will you say? Sam was silent for a moment, his eyes looking out the window. The city lights dappled on the pavement, on the rooftops. I will say, I don't want to live in a pretense. But right now, at this moment, my heart has never fluttered in the way that romantic love does for her. Quote,